like something to Jabari, y'all. Just to let y'all know, me and Jabari are best friends. I've known him for over close to 15 years, and he's my brother. And we decided to start putting together little, civics classes so we can teach people every now and then. So I'm gonna let y'all know something right now. Me and Jabari are on a mission to expose criminals, the real criminals. And we're just going to teach our people what we need to know. And we have been mandated by the maker of the heavens, the earth, everything to do this. So y'all need to get a pen and paper right now. And after y'all get this pen and paper, we'll be able to go forward. And we can show you what's really hidden for. Now, people been calling me all week. Learn how to dismiss your criminal case. Learn how to spiritually dismiss your criminal case. Absolutely. Everything you have to do in life, you have to learn. You have to learn how to do it first. Before you got on a bike, you had to learn how to ride it. Now you ride with no hands. So, I remember I used to ride with no hands. When I first learned how to ride a bike, I used to fall all the time. And then after a while, I started riding with no hands. I started crossing my arms and riding, doing wheelies with no hands. I think I still can do that. But getting to the point, me and Jabari are working together and working with a whole bunch of people across the country, just trying to get the truth out. I am a private living soul, as Jabari is, and every now and then we're going to be putting together some seminars. So every time we do a seminar, you need to tell everybody who you know to be on it, because you're going to learn an organic civic fact that's going to change your life commercially and spiritually. So before we get started, I want to let y'all know that if anybody needs any type of help with any type of situation that you're going to, I'm a consultant. This is what I do. I'm a personal coach, I'm a consultant, and I'm a teacher. And I would love to help you if you decide that you want my assistance for certain things. So all the people who are listening right now to this, if you want to get in touch with Issa for anything, my email address is issaol@yahoo.com, and I'm gonna spell it. That's ISSAOEL
You are now muted.
yahoo.com. Again, that is issaol@yahoo.com. That's ISSAOEL@yahoo.com. And I'm going to pass it back to Jabari so Jabari can give you his email address as well for things that he's doing as well. So you'll be able to contact Jabari for any situation, because Jabari has a lot of things that he's a part of. And if I was you, I would be a part of it, period, in the story. I yield, Jabari. Give him your email address.
Okay, this is Jabari again. Here's my email address. Jabari, JABARI _EL@yahoo.com. That's Jabari _EL@yahoo.com.
Hey, Jabari, thank you. Hey, y'all, we're not going to keep y'all long. Hey, y'all, you know what? Life is simple. If it's not simple, it's not accurate. Write that down. That is Jabari's and I's premise. And I'm not going to even lie. I got that from a lady in Canada named Mary Elizabeth Croft. She's one of my closest friends. And she used to say, Issa, if it's not simple, it's not accurate. And I couldn't think of anything better to say for that. Because I like to make up my own stuff, but I have to give her props. Thanks, Mary. Write that down, y'all. If it's not simple, it's not accurate. And what is simple is you have to know who you are, what you're dealing with, so you can know how to deal with it. Now, you're going to learn how to dismiss your criminal and civil case, and we're going to teach it to you by man-made laws and spiritual laws. that you can mix public and private at the same time, but while you're mixing public and private, the body is in the private. Disclaimer. Legal information is not the same as legal advice, y'all. Hey, y'all, Jabari is not a lawyer. Issa's not a lawyer. Jabari is not a judge. Issa's not a judge. We are not none of that stuff. We are grown men and women who live in the uptown area of Northwestern Maxim, and we read books and study all day long. When we talk, people say, Dad, that's some good stuff y'all talking. Where'd you learn that from? And then we begin conversations with people, and we start sharing information that we have experienced. So you are going to have to go through the same thing. The conscious community, get it in your head right now. You got to save yourself. Jabari and Issa and other people out there who are in the conscious community have remedies for you, but you have to implement them. So the organizer and host, which is me and Jabari, we don't endorse the presenter as a legal advisor. I'm not a legal advisor. Never will be. Therefore, the information provided on this seminar is for your education and for your entertainment. And with the understanding that the author, the organizer, the host, and the presenter are not engaged in rendering legal advice. Neither the organizer and host nor the presenter offer legal advice. As such, the information provided on this seminar webinar should not be used as a substitute for consulting professionals such as the Luke 1152 lawyers. Write that down. The Luke 1152 attorneys. All attorneys are under the Luke 1152 mandate that Jesus said in the Bible. Write it down. So if you ever get an attorney, say, great, are you a Luke 1152 attorney? And I let y'all look that up. Or other competent legal and professional services. Remember, he who does not know his rights is no better than he who has no rights. All rights reserved without recourse. Hey, y'all, let's get ready to learn. Pay close attention. Get in a quiet place. Y'all got criminal cases. Some of y'all criminal cases are not going to go away because you probably killed somebody or you probably really injured someone. That comes with a punishment. Did y'all know that? If I kill someone or injure someone and someone says I literally injured them, I can't use stuff like Jabari and Issa telling them and get me out of situations. You can't. Dun-uh. Ain't nobody catching nobody out there out here with nothing. We do not promote niggerdom, being wild, being goofy, being silly, being trifling, being a heathen, being pagan. We don't promote that. This consciousness is for people who are like, you know what? I'm not a bad person. I just got into some situations that I had no idea that I got into. And now I'm about to be raped across the coals because of my ignorance of not knowing. These seminars and that we had that Jabari and I put together are to help you become wise. So you'll be better as you see how we get started. Proverbs 1:5. A wise man will hear and increase learning. So watch this. We should have at least we have several hundred people on this seminar today, but it should be several thousand. A wise man will hear and increase knowledge. All the people out there in the conscious community, so what? Are you wise? We're here and increase learning. Don't talk and share. Just listen and take notes. How you become sexy is you learn and you shut your mouth. And then when you leave that situation, you go around the pagans and the other heathens that you know and you talk. And then you are known as wise because you're the one. Now you can share something with them. And a man of understanding will attain wise counsel. Uh-oh. Everybody always talking about how smart they are. Well, a wise man gets counsel. And you sure I can go into court and bang out anybody. No, you can't. A wise man gets counsel because ancient Moorish texts and ancient scriptures say so. So you need a sister of counsel for any situation you're going through. Period in the story. And what does a sister of counsel mean? Well, in the man-made world, in any criminal case, the rights of criminal defendants include the right to have a lawyer represent them during the trial. This is known as the Sixth Amendment right to counsel. And that's different from the pretrial right to an attorney that originates from the Miranda rights. Hey, y'all, can I tell you something else, too? In any criminal proceeding, you have a right to assistance of counsel. He said, what you mean exactly? I'll give you one simple example, then I move on. You get pulled over by the police. I need to see your license registration. Sir, I need assistance of counsel. Excuse me, I need assistance of counsel. I enjoy the right of assistance of counsel under the Sixth Amendment of the Constitution. So I need Sixth Amendment right to counsel. Well, sir, we're trying to take you in. Cool. See, that's the part that y'all won't get. Well, I might be talking to the wrong people, but a lot of people out there in the conscious community who want to go to the other side, they scared. I said it. Issa, Jabari, everybody in the world, all the people who do consciousness talks and people who help people. No, I want it to be a microwavable situation. I want everything to work out the way I want it to work out, so that way I can be saved. Get the bluck out of here. You know that sounds fake, right? Okay, next slide, Jabbar. The right to assistance of counsel often goes by other names, such as the right to effective assistance of counsel, or the right to adequate representation. This means that the indigent defendant, the accused, the party, the corporation, the debtor, the obligor has not only the right to an attorney, but also that the attorney must represent them to the best of their capabilities and in a manner that makes the trial fair for the obligor, the defendant, the accused, the person, the party, the individual, all of the commercial words for man and woman. Right to assistance of counsel. First appeal. Did you know a person who has been convicted of a crime may have certain options for release in both state and federal court? Did y'all see that word, person? Who knows what person means? Have y'all ever looked up the word person? I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I said, you are not a person. And they didn't know anything about the law, but they was very smart and smooth and intelligent and this type of that. But guess what they didn't know? They didn't even know who they was. A person is not someone who is a living soul. A person is a man or woman considered according to the rank he holds in society, with all the right to which the place he holds entitles him and the duties which it imposes. So then you're supposed to look up what the duties of a person are. Then you're supposed to look up what is entitled to the person and what right and what place he holds in society. And when you are saying that you are under the name of person, you don't hold that much. But even though you a person, that's how awesome our creator of the planet is. Even a person, a fictitious entity made up in commerce, has certain options. Issa and Jabari are not persons, and neither are you. And remember, the Constitution is for persons. So the Constitution is for persons. That means that it protects persons. And who is persons? The Constitution literally protects the all capital name. Write that down. But you got to remember, you aren't the person. A criminal defendant's Sixth Amendment right to assistance of counsel has been extended by the U.S. Supreme Court to include representation during the first appeal after conviction. This stage is sometimes called the appeal as a matter of right. Next slide, Jabbar. Did you know that the government appoints an attorney to represent any criminal defendant who cannot afford a lawyer for a first appeal? For any subsequent appeal, the person usually must pay to hire an attorney. In many states, however, public interest or civil rights groups sometimes represent convicted persons for free at subsequent appeals. Hey, y'all, here's the law. Everybody say, enforce the Constitution. Write it down. Write it down. Enforce the Constitution. Draw a line under it. Put an asterisk by it. The Assistance of Counsel Clause of the Sixth Amendment to the United States Constitution provides in all criminal prosecutions, and all criminal prosecutions, and all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall, say shall, which means must. Shall means must in law. Write that down. Enjoy. 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 Watch this. People go on to court and they not enjoying what they're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to enjoy your situation. You're supposed to enjoy the right. The Most High wants us to enjoy. And you look up enjoy in Black Law Dictionary, that's what enjoy means. Write this down. And if y'all don't have a Black Law Dictionary, I will help you because Issa loves you. Black Law Dictionary, Revised 4th edition, page 623, enjoy. Why is the word enjoy in a law dictionary? You know what I'm saying? Issa studies. Jabari studies. You will study. Enjoy. Page 623 in Revised 4th edition Black Law. To have, possess, and use with satisfaction. And use with satisfaction. Hey, I'm not satisfied. Oh, well, enjoy means you have to be satisfied. To occupy or have benefit of. Salway versus Maltoma, MULTNOMAH Lumber and Box Company. Salway versus Noma Lumber and Box Company, 134, page 420, 422. That's the case law. Damn. He said, thank you. No, you're welcome. I appreciate my people. We're going to get y'all right. No more theories. The Assistance of Counsel Clause includes 5 distinct rights. The right to counsel of choice, the right to counsel of choice, the right to counsel of choice, the right to appointed counsel, the right to conflict-free counsel, the effective assistance of counsel, and the right to represent oneself pro se. Did y'all know that? Next slide. What are the rights of criminal defendants? When a person is charged with a crime, they become a criminal defendant. In order for the defendant to be convicted and punished for the crime, the government must bring a case against the defendant to prove that he is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. The United States Constitution assures criminal defendants a number of rights which limit the manner in which the government can investigate, prosecute, and punish criminal behavior. Here was the Sixth Amendment to the United States Constitution. And all criminal prosecutions, did it say some? And all criminal prosecutions. So if you have a court case, you can ask one question. Is this a criminal prosecution? Is this a criminal proceeding? Yes. All right. The accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation. Everybody write this down. Bill of particulars. Write that down. And to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, which are the bill of particular. If there's no bill of particular, there's no case. To be confronted with the witnesses against him. To have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor. And to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. We getting it, y'all? We feeling good? Y'all learning? You excited? We're about to go to this webinar, y'all. We are about to get into this webinar, this seminar. We do seminar. I keep saying webinar, but we do seminars because it's serious. This is just something that people are supposed to know. You see what I'm saying? Everybody say, the information that Issa and Jabari teaches, write this down. The information that Issa and Jabari teaches are stuff that people are just supposed to know. We are not we are not smarter than anybody or no one. We just study. And we just like, wow, there are people out there who don't know this. Hey, Jabari, yeah, Issa, let's put together a seminar. Let's teach people what they need to know. So all your friends need to start being on our seminars. And you know what? This is our ministry. Jabari and I have a ministry. And, y'all need to be a part of our ministry. The right to appointed counsel for indigent civil litigants. The demands of due process. Do y'all know what indigent means? Issa, tell me what indigent means. Okay, hold on 1 minute. Let me go to Black's Law Dictionary so I can show you, so you'll have the definition of indigent. And everybody in this country is indigent. Do you know why you're indigent? Why, Issa? Because there is no lawful money in this country. There's Federal Reserve notes. There's money of exchange. There's money of account. But there is no real lawful money. So the word indigent means, in a general sense, one who is needy and poor. See, listen to this. Write that down. One who is needy and poor, or one who has not sufficient property to furnish him a living, nor anyone able to support him to whom he is entitled to look for support. Issa, I'm not needy and poor. Yes, you are. You, in the commercial game, in commerce, you're needy and poor because commerce deals with money that's not real. So because of that fact, you don't have anything. And know why you don't have anything? The Bible says you don't have anything. The Holy Quran says you don't have anything. The Torah says you don't have anything. Because everything in the earth and everything in it belongs to God. Ta-da! But why you lying telling people you own stuff? You don't own nothing. You're indigent. I am, you are, and everything. Especially when it comes to criminal cases. Ta-da! Now, the United States Supreme Court has held that the right to effective assistance of counsel guaranteed by the Sixth Amendment and incorporated by the 14th Amendment requires states to provide counsel to indigent criminal defendants. Everybody under the sound of my voice, listen to me. Write this down. In all criminal cases, you are an indigent criminal defendant. Or you're I'm sorry. I apologize. The accused is indigent. Because don't forget, the accused is a person. You're not a person. In Gideon versus Wainwright, too, the court overturned Betts versus Brady, which held that in some cases, due process might not require appointed counsel for indigent criminal defendants. Everybody right there, write that down. Sir, you're wrong. According to Gideon versus Wainwright, the court overturned Betts versus Brady, which held that in some cases, due process might not require appointed counsel, as if they try to not give you your rights, your God-given right. But we got something for that. The decision rested on the important liberty interest each person has in his own physical liberty, due process, and fundamental fairness. Protecting these interests requires that the accused have counsel before the state deprives him of his liberty. Everybody on this call say the protecting these interests requires. Issa, why you keep repeating requires? Because I'm teaching a class to people who don't understand civics and law, and y'all don't want to write stuff down, and y'all don't want to learn, and y'all want to pay for stuff that don't work. All you got to know is that it requires that before anyone can be locked up, did y'all hear that? Before anyone can be locked up, you have the right of assistance for counsel. Next slide, Jabari. We went over the definition of indigent, so y'all already know what that is. Boom. That's why in the Bible it says we will always be there for the needy and the poor. So in commerce, everybody is needy and poor. The term indigent for purposes of appointment of counsel, I'm on slide 15, God. The term indigent for purposes of appointment of counsel is a term of art. That is, it has very specific and highly technical meanings. So everybody on this joint going to understand what's happening when you have a court case. We're not going to be going to court anymore because we're going to be sending in documents. And guess what? Issa is not guaranteeing nothing, but I have used this document for 4 people, and all 4 have said, guess what? Issa, who are you? Because I ain't never seen no information like this in the 20 or 30 years I've been listening to people. And at the end of this seminar, y'all going to get the documents. You will get them. So everybody get excited. A defendant does not have to be destitute. It is sufficient that he or she lack the necessary funds. Hey, y'all, I don't have any money. I lack the necessary funds to retain competent counsel, and I want to enjoy the Sixth Amendment right that you have decided to take. That you said, so help me God, under 28 U.S.C. 453. Everybody write that down. Again, now guess what though? I gotta be honest with y'all. That's for federal judges, federal magistrates, because they're not really any judges. But federal magistrates are under 28 U.S.C. 453. The other magistrates in the state courts ain't under nothing. They just under the Constitution. And the Constitution, the state Constitution is nothing compared to the federal Constitution. Because we live in a federalist system. That's the only reason why I say that. So the purpose of granting indigency status is to ensure that those with arguable cases but inadequate finances, y'all got access to justice. Appointed counsel for indigent litigants. Bam. Next slide. The American Bar Association Directory of Law governing appointment of counsel in state civil proceedings. Look at this, y'all. Look at that website. To learn more, visit www.ambar.org/civil right to counsel. Y'all think I'm playing? Read it on this website. I'm going to keep it there for another 10 seconds so y'all can write that website down so y'all can be smart and be ready to go and go into the new millennium and going into this new year. Because yesterday was the beginning of the new year, y'all. Happy New Year. March 20th is the beginning of the new year. Hey, Jabari, I'm talking to you singly, but I'm talking to everybody. When I went to the Navy, I remember when I joined the Navy, like, years ago, they made me go on March 20th. I don't know why. I didn't know what it was back then, but that's interesting. And I learned that March 20th is the new year. And on March 20th, it was something going on with the military officer that said, no, he has to be there March 20th. I remember because my mother and father was like, why are they? And my recruiting officer was like, they really want you to be there March 20th. I was like, it's interesting. They must have been doing some readings on me or something. Who knows? Everybody look in your life. The date, March 20th. See what that date is to you. See if it means something to you. It might not, but if it does, go back and see what it is. It might be interesting. It might be interesting. Let's go to the next slide. You will guide me with your wise counsel, and later you will receive me with honor. You will guide me with your wise counsel, and later you will receive me with your honor. That's your mentality when you have any criminal case. You need assistance or counsel like never before. The court system is not set up for you to be successful. It is set up for you to be crucified. And all of y'all on this call who has a criminal case, Issa loves you and going to tell you straight no chaser with love. Someone or somebody out there is trying to crucify you. And Jabari and I have a remedy for you. And you can only get it through me and Jabari. This seminar. And it's free. Pay attention. Next slide. Write that down. Psalms 73:24. Write that down. Hey, y'all, did you know that the Bible is acknowledged by the United States Congress as the Word of God? And clearly and repeatedly states that God owns the creation and everything in it? But why would you or anyone challenge the pride superior claim of the Creator and make a false claim to the contrary? So if they insist that you must pay something, they should send specific instructions how to pay when given the fact that none of us on this planet owns anything. The Bible is the Word of God, y'all. It's the Word of the Most High. It is the ancient Moorish text. It is the ancient Egyptian text. They are the ancient writings. They are the scriptures. They came from somewhere. Nobody going to drop you. Your mother is not going to put you into this earth, and the Most High is not going to let you not have a basic instructions before leaving this joint. And y'all, after this seminar, pay attention to this slide. All y'all foreclosure people. All y'all child support people. All y'all third-party debt collector people who got people talking about you owe them something, but God owns everything. Hypocrites, heathens, and liars. They must pay. Here's the official oath of all justices. Next slide, Jay. Each justice or judge of the United States shall take the following oath or affirmation before performing the duties of his or her office. I, magistrate or whoever, named the upper lowercase name, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will never respect people who come in here as persons. I will never respect anybody who say that they're their all capital name. Because I only administer justice without respect to persons. Do you know what without respect means? Watch this. I'll give you an example. Hey, man, dude did that with respect. Hey, Slim, man, dude did that to you without respect. 28 USC 453 says without respect to persons, and do equal right to the poor and to the rich, and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform all the duties incumbent upon me. Some of the duties that are incumbent upon me is to not respect people who call themselves persons or who are under the title of a person. Under the Constitution of the Constitution and the laws of the United States. So help me, God. Hey, God, help me do this man-made law stuff. Guess what? People who attend Jabari and Issa seminars will help them by telling them what God say, what they're supposed to be doing, and what they shouldn't be doing. Now, as we go further in civics, we understand something called a declaratory judgment. A declaratory judgment is under the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, Rule 57. Y'all need to study what a declaratory judgment is and how to bring it into the court if you ever have a court situation where you're too far, where you're not where we are with our situations. Because a lot of things that me and Jabari talk about, we're not really worried about things because we're not dealing with court issues. But the ones who are, you need to know what a declaratory judgment is. And these rules govern the procedure for obtaining a declaratory judgment under 28 U.S.C. 2201. But Issa, tell me what a declaratory judgment is real quick. Got you. One which simply declares the rights of the parties or expresses the opinion of the court on a question of law without ordering anything to be done. Its distinctive characteristics are that no executory process follows, as of course, nor is it necessary that an actual wrong giving rise to action for damages should have been done or be immediately threatened. The declaratory judgment, y'all. Everybody needs to know what that is. And just to let y'all know, everybody who was on this call, when I work with people, I give people some good information that's teaching you how to deal with any situation you have. So y'all got my email address for people who are after this webinar, after this seminar. Y'all need me, for anything to work with and help y'all get out of stuff. And guess what? And y'all going to have to do it because this is what you need. And trust me, you're going to say, Issa, I trusted you. I followed my spirit. I prayed before I emailed you because I really needed to get what you got. Everybody who had what I got to say, Issa, thank you. So, declaratory judgments, y'all, we got those for y'all. Do you need a lawyer for assistance of counsel in a criminal appeal? Issa, I'm in an appeal situation. Tell me, how does criminal going to help me? Criminal appeals are an important part of the U.S. legal system, while they aren't granted in every criminal case. Appeals may be necessary depending on the specific circumstances. If you need assistance with a criminal trial or a criminal appeal, you should contact a criminal lawyer immediately. Your attorney can advise you of your legal options and will be able to represent you during formal court proceedings. Those are for y'all who want a criminal appeal, in a criminal appeal. We don't deal with appeals, so that's just something that you want to know, but I just wanted to give y'all that. The tongue of a man or a woman is his or her sword, and effective speech is stronger than all fighting. Ineffective assistance of counsel case studies. What is ineffective assistance of counsel? Stop for a minute. Hey, y'all, it's a lot of people out there who are in jail. Know why they're in jail? They waived their rights to effective assistance of counsel. And they didn't know anything. They looked just like this dude is looking at that the European. Man, are you effective? Are you really helping me? Y'all watching this slide? Look at the brother. Man, can I ask you a question? But every time I try to ask you one, you just tell me shut up. But I got to ask you this question, man. Are you being paid for by my adversary? Write that down. When you are in a criminal case, ask the dude that the magistrate gave you, are you being paid by my adversary? And you don't ask him that by himself. Ask him that under oath. Because in the beginning of all criminal cases, write it down. In the beginning. You hear what I said? Beginning. Issa said, yo, you do this. No, in the beginning. In the beginning. A criminal defendant, accused party, guess what? You can bring as many witnesses as you can to defend yourself because somebody trying to lock you up and throw away the key. So since they're trying to lock you up and throw away the key, your due process requirements are at its highest at the beginning. Ineffective assistance of counsel is a claim raised by a convicted criminal defendant that their attorney's performance was so ineffective that it deprived them of their constitutional right guaranteed by the assistance of counsel clause of the Sixth Amendment. The Supreme Court defined ineffective assistance of counsel in the landmark case Strickland v. Washington, 1984. The court held that an attorney's assistance is ineffective if it so undermines the functioning of the adversary process that the trial cannot be relied upon as having produced a just result. Right there, if you can prove that you got ineffective assistance, that the people who are in jail that you know have ineffective assistance of counsel, you can get them out with a habeas corpus and other documents and sending things to other people. But we'll go there later. How does a defendant prove ineffective assistance of counsel, y'all? The burden of proof is on the defendant. Which means it is the defendant's responsibility. It is not Issa's responsibility. It is not Jabari's. It is not people who you paid to help you with stuff. It is your responsibility to prove your attorney was ineffective. The court will start with the assumption that the attorney provided effective assistance to counsel. But to show ineffective assistance, first the defendant must show that his attorney's performance was deficient. because the attorney made serious mistakes. Second, the defendant must show that the attorney's mistakes prejudice the defendant's case. Next slide, Jay. What happens if defense counsel is found ineffective, y'all? If the defense attorney is found to have provided ineffective assistance, the court will throw out the defendant's conviction and order a new trial. In some very rare instances, the court may dismiss the case. Hey, Issa, Jabari, yeah. Can I sue for legal malpractice? Absolutely. Yes. Ineffective assistance of counsel can result in a civil suit for legal malpractice, especially if the ineffective assistance resulted in a wrongful conviction and a heavy sentence. If the ineffective assistance resulted in such an outcome, it is likely that the counsel was negligent in his or her duty to represent you. Ineffective assistance of counsel. Look at these case laws. Guess what, y'all? Jabari and Issa has done it again. If you had the slightest clue that you had ineffective assistance of counsel, look and read these cases. But watch this. Save yourself a lot of time. When you get to these cases, watch this. When you go to these cases, listen. When you go to these cases, pay attention. When you go to these cases, write this down. Look for the holdings. Look for the holdings of the state appellate judge, who was the highest judge in that state. That's the law for that state concerning that. So whatever that holding is, smack it right dab on the front of your joint. So whatever state you in, boom. So everybody who in Alabama, y'all good. Everybody who in Washington, they're your case. The state of Washington, the state of Alabama. I mean, I'm looking at these calls. It's over 100 people. It's well over 100 people on this call. You need to know your state. Hey, y'all, we finished. In closing, I would like to ask you one serious question. Why would Jabari and me share this information with you? If me and Jabari thought that there was a remote possibility you might fail. Omar. Hey, Jabari, can we get Omar on the line?
Sure. Hey, Omar, just star 6.
Omar, you there? Hey, y'all, I want y'all to listen.
Yeah. I'm here.
One. Okay, everybody who is listening, Omar, you have people all over the world listening to you right now. But before I introduce you, I want to say this to everybody. This is one of the people that Jabari and I have shared this information with, and Omar, tell everybody your story.
I got a speeding ticket. I was coming back from seeing my son about 100 miles away from me. I was cutting through these little backwoods towns, and I got a speeding ticket. And I forgot all about the speeding ticket. I had to go to court Monday, so around 10 o'clock at night, I called Issa up, and I'm like, Issa, I forgot I got this doggone speeding ticket. What I need to do about it? So he said, I got you. And he emailed me this document. And he told me to read over it, and, it was late, so I kind of glanced at it, and I set my alarm to get up a couple hours early so I could look over it. So I did. I got up, plugged in all my information, and like I told you before, to be honest, I didn't study it like I should have. But I took 3 copies down to this little backwoods, non-melanin friendly county, and I went into the clerk's office and I gave her 3 copies. And when they called the name to come up, I went up there and I stood. And the clerk, the judge, and the prosecutor, they was all just looking at each other trying to figure out what the hell to do. So I'm sitting there, and I'm standing there, and the prosecutor's looking. She's looking at the documents I served her with, and I looked at the judge, and I said, so can we dismiss this? And he said, I don't have that authority. He said, I got to wait on her recommendation. So I looked at her, and she looked at me real nasty, and she said, I never dismiss speeding tickets. And I was like, damn. So she looked at the clerk looked at the judge, and they kept looking back and forth at each other, and she said, well, consider this your lucky day. And I started smiling, and she told the judge that we have to dismiss it. And he said dismiss. I smiled, turned around, and got the hell out of that county, like, quickly. They had never seen any documents like that in their courtroom, and they had no idea what to do. And I felt like the most powerfulest man in the world. So, and I knew those documents were potent because I was the only melanated brother in the county. And the courthouse and the courtroom was packed. And I know everybody sitting there like, what the hell did he just do? So I appreciate you, Issa, for giving me that nuclear bomb that I dropped on him.
And guess what? First of all, I want to let you know from everybody in the whole world. Goldie is a gentleman and a man who is not like other men and women. Goldie studies. He's not scared. And to be brutally honest with you, he knows his maker. And if he would have told me about it beforehand, he wouldn't even had to go down there. Did you hear what I said? If he would have told me about it beforehand, he would not have to go down there. But something was taking a lot of his time, which Jabari is going to talk to y'all about after we finish this seminar, because we almost finished.
So the funny thing, Issa,
go ahead, brother.
They literally did not know what to say. They was just looking at each other, and I'm standing up there like, okay, what the hell is about to happen? And they never mentioned what the documents were. They never said anything out loud. But they were just all looking at each other trying to figure out, okay, it's like I had them in a box where they couldn't get out. And the only thing they had to do was dismiss it. And this old, oh, man, she was evil. She said, I never dismiss speeding tickets. Well, she dismissed that one. First time for everything.
And another thing, too, you're on a do not disturb, do not detain list from now on in that county.
Right.
And guess what? I'm going to tell you something. This is deep. First of all, Goldie, thank you, and I appreciate you for your testimony. But here's what happened, y'all. Hey, y'all, I'm about to say something really, really, really serious.
I'm going to mute out, Issa.
No, hold on. Hey, Goldie, stay right there. Stay right there real quick.
All right.
And then I'm going to let you know when. Hey, Goldie, the court was honorable. Did you see what happened?
Yeah.
They honored it. They say, yeah, he knows his rights. Every step, everybody write this down. Every step of a criminal proceeding is a critical step. Say every step. Write it down. Every step in a criminal proceeding is a critical step. So before any steps, what you mean, Issa? Isn't going to court a critical step? If you tell them beforehand of time, I need assistance of counsel, guess what? They like, oh my goodness. And watch this. And then after this, oh, okay, first of all, Goldie, you got any more thing you want to say before I mute you out?
I just they had never had anybody come in that court and challenge them ever, and you could tell by they really had no clue. I caught them with their pants down. Because they had a courtroom full of people that were going to plead guilty or not guilty, accept their fines, traffic school, and go on about their business. But when I hit them with that document, they had never seen anything like. They never had nobody challenge. So I appreciate your help.
Hey Goldie, who gave you that document?
You did?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Jabari and me put it together.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah,
hey,
one day, me and Jabari went to the Library of Congress, and we studied literally 9 hours straight. They kicked us out the Library of Congress. I mean, they know me and Jabari. Cause me and Jabari have Library of Congress with them for years. But one day, Jabari and I went down to the Library of Congress. Jabari, hold on, Jabari. Do you remember that day we went that day? We said we got this.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were there for like I ain't gonna lie, probably about 7 hours. And so we came back home. We put this together. Hey, Goldie, I love you, and thank you for it. And I didn't even give you the declaratory judgment that I just came up with. Now, go ahead and reach your line now, Goldie, and I appreciate that testimony.
All right. No problem.
Now, that's just one out of many. Now here's what I want to say. Everybody say, Issa, why are you so confident on this joint? Jabari, Goldie, why are you so confident? You know why? Everybody write it down. Canon 1723. Ta-da! The remedy. Issa, what's Canon 1723? Everybody, I just told y'all that the daggone seminar. No, I'm just saying. Love, brothers and sisters, in the seminar me and Jabari put together. We told you that you got to have a citrus council. And we told you that the Bible is the law of the land according to the United States Congress. But guess what? The judges got to take an oath called 28 U.S.C. 453. Pay close attention. It is hard for any man or woman to do everything right by God. That's why at the end of it, it says, so help me God. You know how God helps them? Well, look, here go your help. Here go your help, just you can do it right. You gotta obey. Write this down. You must obey the canons. Everybody under the sound of my voice on March 21st, you have got the ding, 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 ding remedy. Issa, what's Canon 1723? First of all, let me explain what it's supposed to do first. The canon teaches, instructs, step by step, how any evil, good, nice, dumb, salty, jealous, wonderful magistrate or administrative is supposed to do anything in these courts. And 1723 says, since it is a natural right of the accused to have an advocate at all times. Did y'all hear what I said? You have to have an advocate at all times. An advocate at all times. Issa, don't you tell me what I think what an advocate is. Issa, tell me what an advocate is. An advocate is one who assists, defends, or pleads for another. one who renders legal advice and aid and pleads the cause of another before a court or a tribunal, a counselor. Haverty Furniture Company versus Faust, 174 Tennessee 203 124 SW2D 694 697. A person learned in the law and duly admitted to practice, who assist, because you're defending your own case, but they assist his client with advice and pleads for him in open court. Because guess what the canons also say? The courtroom is only for persons. Ta-da! Everybody on this conference call, everybody on this seminar is a man or woman or a living soul. The canon right there. Everybody, hey y'all, I can see y'all smiling. I see everybody, all y'all who on this joint, I see you smiling. Yep. Since it is a natural right of the accused to have an advocate at all times. Now, watch this down. Canon 1481. Everybody listen to me. The judges, the lawyers, the prosecutors, everybody, the indictment people, whoever you're dealing with, they laugh at you because you never say, you criminal, you disobeyed the canons. When you tell a magistrate, a prosecutor, administrator, that they listen to the wording, write it down. Hey, y'all, I yell at you like this because I want you to get it. I want you to know it, just like Jabari, Goldie, and Issa. Listen, you disobeyed the canons. That's also another level, next level statement that lets them and you know, wow, it's been a long journey. Finally know who I am now. I'm asking people, I'm telling them that they disobeyed, and you're trying to say I disobeyed a statute, a penal code, or ordinance, or whatever. Nah. You try to get me locked up without giving me my natural right of an advocate. And you also violated Canons 1481, which I will get to now. See, I'm giving y'all extra stuff because I want y'all to know what and who Jabari and Issa are. See, when y'all come to our seminar, always expect the truth and always expect the real remedy. Always. Nothing more, nothing less. And if it's not, put me to the test. Canon 141, a party can freely appoint an advocate and procurator for him or herself, apart from the cases stated in 2 and 3. However, a party can plead and respond personally unless the judge considers the services of a procurator or advocate to be necessary. In a penal trial, the accused must always have an advocate. Hey, Issa, what's a penal trial? A criminal trial. In a penal trial, the accused must always have an advocate, either appointed personally. Everybody say, I can't afford one. Write it down. I'm indigent. I can't afford one. Or allocated by the judge. And in a contentious trial, this is Canon 1481-3. In a contentious trial which concerns minors or the public good, the judge is ex officio to appoint a legal representative for a party who lacks one. But everybody always say this too. Say, Issa, say, how come I don't belong in court? Right? Everybody ask me right now out your mouth while you're listening to this. Say, Issa, how come I don't belong in court? Great question. because you're not a party. Write it down. Because you are not a party. Who made that word up? I'm a man. I'm a living soul. You're a woman. You're a living soul. You're not a party. Next slide, Jabari. This information is always free. Every time me and Jabari tell you something, man, it's free. We ain't make this stuff up. We just studied. But it took us years to learn this. And now we presented it to you like you in a second grade. PowerPoint presentation. Words to look up. Black Law Dictionary page numbers. Knowing now that you know that the 1611 pure Cambridge King James Version of the Bible is the law of the land. And anytime you quote anything out there, joint, like Proverbs 1:5, that's the law. Congratulations. All we're going to do is I'm going to pass this over to Jabari real quick so Jabari can talk about what you're going to be doing. Everybody who was on this call, you are going to give Jabari and I an expression of appreciation. And Jabari's going to go over this slide. There you go, Jay.
All right. The slide that we're looking at currently is, all we ask for is a very small expression of appreciation of $99.88 for our time, effort, research, and the two documents that goes along with this. Those two documents that we have shared with many people, including the brother that was on the line, Omar Goldie. The first document is notice by special appearance only. The second document is declaratory judgment of John Doe, which is your name, indigent status by affidavit. That's all we ask for. Those are the two documents. So the way you can get these two documents is very simple. You can either, one, take a look at the link that I'm going to share with you on the next slide. You can write it down if you're looking at it. If you're not looking at it, if you're on the phone and you're not looking at the actual slide presentation, then there is other option that you can do to get these documents. So I'm going to move to the next slide. The next slide is the name of the two documents. So if you really want to dismiss your criminal case, here are the two documents. I just went over the two documents. Notice by special appearance only, and the declaratory judgment of your name, indigenous status by affidavit. You have two options. The first option, you can write this link down if you're not looking at it. It's a very long link. It's a PayPal link. Or option two, I'm not going to even try to give it to you over the phone because it's too long. But if you're looking at it, you can write it down. So I'm going to leave it here for about 20 seconds before I move to the next slide. Issa, if you have anything to say, you can chime in.
Absolutely, Jabari. I just wanted everybody, here's what I have to say. You will do what Jabari told you to do. That's what you're going to do. Because y'all have criminal cases. And all day long, I get calls. So people want to help me with their criminal. Issa, help me with this. Jabari, help with that. Okay, guess what? We spent hours, days, weeks, months, and years to bring you what you have right now. So what you will do is you're going to listen to what Jabari just told you what to do. And you're going to do that. And you know when you're going to do it? Today. You're going to do it today. Or you're going to do it tomorrow. You're going to do it whenever. Because weight broke the wagon, and you need these documents, and you need to study them, and your friends need them. So, I'm back to you, Jabari. Go ahead and end it out.
Yeah, option 2 is you can send an email to Rael, R-A-E-L, square, SQUARE, at gmail.com. Just send an email over to that address. Again, it's Rael, R-A-E-L, square, at gmail.com. And I'll send you that link. So it'll be easier for you to just click on the link and, order the document. Once I receive that email that your expression of appreciation was received, then I'll shoot you that email over. Then, shoot you the email over with the actual documents, plus some other treats that I'm going to give you in there. So, next option, another option. It's a third option called, you can mail in. It's a mail-in option. You can go to Rael, R-A-E-L, square, SQUARE, .wix, WIX.com /1 square, SQUARE, to download the expression of appreciation form. And just send in a money order, blank money order, to the address that is on the expression of appreciation form. And the expression of appreciation amount is $99.88. Once you send that information off, just send us an email to raelsquare at gmail.com, and we'll get that information over to you. All right?
And y'all, and everybody who listened to that, if there's any questions in the seminar chat, you can put it in there so Jabari can see it and make sure that he answers before we get off, because we only have 14 minutes left, if that, on this seminar. Everybody write this down. All our seminars will be 1 hour or 1 hour and 30 minutes. They will never be longer. We will never, ever have a seminar longer than 90 minutes. Never. And we will never have one less than a half hour. We might do a half hour one sometime, but I'll probably say 45 minutes. Now, it is so easy to get these documents so you can enter it into your situation. It's so easy that a caveman can do it. Now,
another thing hold on.
Go ahead, Jabari. Go ahead.
I'm going to email this presentation and this webinar to everyone who attended and everyone who registered for this webinar. So you'll be getting a copy of this maybe within the hour, so you can go over it again and listen to the information. And you can just sit there and write the link down the right way if you don't want to email me or email Issa. So that's what I'm going to do right after this webinar is over. So within the next, say, hour and a half, check your email if you don't want to, wait. But you're going to get the actual presentation. Everyone is going to get access to this presentation. The information, again, is free. You're paying us for putting these documents together. But we put the documents together, so you're paying us for our effort and our studies. That's all you're giving us the expression of appreciation for. And it's proof that these documents are working. I'm not the one saying it. You heard one person. That's just one of many. The other people, they didn't want to come on the call, because if you had a criminal situation, you want to remain private if you got your case dismissed. This was a speeding ticket. I don't know if anybody ever traveled in the backwoods of Kentucky, but if you're a melanated brother and you speeding in some of those counties down south, it's tricky. And another thing too, I was communicating with one person, and they were saying, well, this is a traffic situation. Well, some cases in some counties, traffic situation is, for them to bring in a prosecutor, that means it's a criminal matter. Because prosecutor doesn't show up for civil matters. So, but anyway, that's my little say.
Hold on, Jabari.
Okay.
Okay, we are ending this webinar. This seminar right now. But before we end it, Jabari, I want you to bring Goldie back on the line. Goldie, if you're listening, I want you to come back on this line, and I want you to tell them about U-Box. And then we're going to end it, and then Jabari's going to finish it off. Goldie, press.
Yes, sir.
Goldie, could you please tell all of these hundreds of people about you have no cable bill anymore? So, hold on, watch this. Goldie, it's 1:20. We're ending this at 1:30. You got the next 5 minutes, bro. And then Jabari, you close it out.
All right. U-Box. U-Box is the future of television. Cable companies are no longer going to be existent. This is a little box that fits in the palm of your hand. You take a HDMI cord, you plug it in the back of the box, you plug it into your TV. If you don't have a flat screen, you got the old school, you got the red, the yellow, and the white plugs right in, turns any TV into a smart TV. The thing about this is, whatever's playing at the movie theaters, you got streaming right into your house right now. I'm not telling you what I think, I'm telling you what I know. But if you don't have U-Box, you need to at least look into it and get U-Box. You got live TV, you got HBO, Cinemax, Sports. Insurgent just came out last night. I watched it last week. 50 Shades of Grey. It's like having a Redbox on steroids right in your living room. You know, I ride past Redbox all the time, and I just laugh because I'm like, I got this in my living room right now. It's well over 100,000 movies on this thing. This thing is bananas. And I haven't even scratched the surface of what this thing does. It's crazy. Like I said, I'm headed to Fort Knox tomorrow I got a bunch of soldiers down there that want it, and anybody that sees this thing and sees what it does, they have to have it like now. And I got my box, and people want my box, and they have to wait and order their own box. But if you don't have U-Box or never heard of U-Box, look into U-Box. Trust me. You'll thank me later. So
all right.
It's the shit. Excuse my language.
Hey, Goldie, you forgot to tell the people that Empire Season 2 was already on it, and Season 2 Power.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Floyd Mayweather Pacquiao fight. Watch it in your living room.
Issa, I got to disconnect. This is cute.
Okay.
I got to take this call.
Right, go ahead.
Y'all take care.
All right.
Cool. All right, everyone. So you can get this box from Jabari. And I want to ask everybody this one question. Would you like to discover how I went from giving away $279 of my hard-earned money every month to the cable company to 100% free and unlimited cable for life in less than 5 days? And also, I generate $150 for 20 minutes or less of work every time I share my story and help someone else eliminate their credit bill forever. I know everyone on this call is sick and tired of giving away their hard-earned money every month to the cable company for absolutely nothing in return. It's time to ditch cable bill forever and get started receiving 100% free and unlimited cable TV for life and get paid for helping others save a lot of money. So, if you are interested and want to eliminate your cable bill forever and cash flow $100,000 or even higher in the next 12 months using this simple three-step system, pick up the phone and call me directly at, this is my cell phone number, 301-717-0266. 3451 or email me at gotuboxlive@gmail.com. Again, you can call me directly, 301-717-3451, or email me at gotuboxlive@gmail.com. This is Jabari, and we're looking to do big things, and we want everybody to benefit from what we are doing, and we want to help everybody generate the type of income to retire in the next 2 years. This is not a ground floor opportunity. One of our mentor, Issa, and he used to always say this. His name is Mark Yarnell. He just recently passed away. We was in a company probably like 11, 12 years ago. Yeah, something like that. And the name of that company, I'm not going to talk about that company, but anyway, he used to say this one thing. This is not ground floor. We're up to the knees in the mud of the sub-basement. That's where we are right now. And I would advise everyone on this call not to miss this ride. This is the information that the cable company have been blocking from everyone. Is this legal, Jabari? Absolutely it's legal. The FCC, which is Federal Communication Commission, said it's legal. Obama signed off on it. It's a law. And that name of that law, you can Google it. Don't take my word for it. It's called NET, N-E-T, neutrality, N-E-U-T-R-A-L-I-T-Y, net neutrality. Google it. Everybody's talking about it. So get excited, join us on board, and guess what? Let's ride this wave together. Because everybody is paying a high cable bill, and the one bill that everybody would love to get rid of is the cable bill. But guess what? You go to work every day, and when you get home, you want to look at something. That's the only reason why you keep it on. Now, you want to see the features? The features is amazing. That's all I can tell you. Get excited, call me, and let me walk you through these 3 simple steps to generating this type of revenue. Guess what? I just started in this business, but I know what is before us. Thank you. Issa, you got anything else? Yes.
Jabari, you forgot to tell them that they get $150 for every box you market. Jabari, yesterday, I was on the phone with a police officer. Hey, y'all, I'm sorry. I apologize. Get these documents. Y'all just stop y'all criminal cases. But guess what? Hey, y'all, we're excited. I was on the phone with a police officer who just texted me and said, Issa, can you talk? I have 9 people in my living room right now who want to talk to you. Because he signed up and he got 5 boxes. I made $750 in 45 minutes because that's how long I talked to this dude. And then he signed up and got 5 boxes. Once I showed him the box, once I showed him the presentation, once I showed him the compensation plan. Everybody y'all know out there, when they see this box, hold on, everybody that you know that when they see your box, they're going to want it. Guess where you get your box from? Jabari. 301-717-3451. You're going to sign up with gotuboxlive@gmail.com. Then you're going to get a distributor ID phone number, and then you're going to come in, and Jabari now is going to show you our $1 billion blueprint. Jabari and I are going to do a webinar, a seminar on our $1 billion blueprint, and it is only the people who come in and wants to be a business partner with Jabari and Ubox Live. Again, get in touch with him after this call, 301-717-3451, or email him at gotuboxlive, GOTUBOXLIVE @gmail.com. Anybody who want to get in contact with me, who got any situation they need help with, as far as the commercial realm is concerned, I'm Issa, ISSAOEL@yahoo.com. Hey, Jabari, I am done. You got anything else you want to say, man? Go ahead and close us out, God.
No, that's it. I want to thank everybody, for joining us on this webinar. And like I said earlier, I'm going to email everyone who attended this webinar, and even those who did not attend, I'm going to send it out there. I'm going to send this email, the video out to everyone who registered. Only the people who registered are going to receive a copy of this webinar. So feel free to review the information, and you all need to get these documents. And everybody you know, love, and respect who are having situations that need these documents. This is not just for a criminal case. Like it said in the Constitution, all cases. So if you have any case, this is something that you can also file in there. But this, we're strictly talking about criminal matter here. Another thing about the boxes, you can feel free to email me and contact me about that also. So check your email in the next hour. You're going to have the video. You can review the video. And I'm looking forward to talking and doing business with you. So let's give everybody in the world free cable. All right? Have a great day. Enjoy the weekend. And check your email in about an hour. Peace.
Peace, y'all.